sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we write the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back tie, we own the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, a lesson is learned. Fists might fly when the tension breaks. You do what you gotta, for goodness sakes. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we write the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back top, we own the fight. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we write the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back top, we own the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, a lesson is learned. Fists might fly when the tension breaks. You do what you gotta, for goodness sakes. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we write the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back top, we own the fight. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we write the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back top, we own the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, a lesson is learned. Fists might fly when the tension breaks. You do what you gotta, for goodness sakes. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we write the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back top, we own the fight. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we write the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back top, we own the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, a lesson is learned. Fists might fly when the tension breaks. You do what you gotta, for goodness sakes. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we write the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back top, we own the fight. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we we write the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back time, we own the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, a lesson is learned. Fists might fly when the tension breaks. You do what you gotta, for goodness sakes. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back top, we own the fight. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back top, we own the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, a lesson is learned. Fists might fly when the tension breaks. You do what you gotta, for goodness sakes. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back top, we own the fight. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back top, we own the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, a lesson is learned. Fists might fly when the tension.
Somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. Losing is not even fun.
All right, guys, we are live right here on the Highline Racing Network. I'm Tommy Rogers, and I'll be your broadcaster once again. Oh, we're going to hop around. I see we got Chevelle Presley's in the house. We ain't seen Chevelle in a minute. Good to see Chevelle out here. Also see a few other guys that have been in here recently. I see Joshua Sprague is back. I see Corey Cook. Corey Cook's currently tied for 4th in the Highline Racing Network League. Easton Collins is back in action. We got Michael Amenti. He's been with us before. He's back in the action. Of course, DJ's here. We got Sean Stamper in the house for sure. We got Jamie Plorty. Man, I really wish I knew how to say your name. Make sure I'm saying it right. But yeah, Jamie was in here, I believe, last night as well. So good to see all you guys back. We're going to bounce around the track. You guys know how we do it. We're going to move around track. We're going to take a look at a lot of the guys out here and make sure we're showing love as the chat gets going in the live stream. Remember, guys, you if you got fans and they're calling your name out, we're going to do what we can to get you some airtime. We're going to start it out with Tommy Nesbitt. All right, Tommy Nesbitt here in the 18 car. I do believe Tommy Nesbitt is new with us. Tommy Nesbitt is a B-class driver currently. Good to see him out here. We're bouncing over. We're going to check out the number 5 of Adrian Loya. Adrian in the Valvoline car. From Colorado. Good to see you out here, man. Going up, going to check out Derek Jacobs. Derek Jacobs out of Seattle. Always good seeing DJ with us. Easton Collins. Let's see some of these different camera angles we got. I think we're going to hold it here for a little bit. We're going to pop up and see Chevelle Presley. Chevelle Presley in the 44 with the ex-wife car. Good to see him out here, man. Joshua Sprague. Joshua Sprague, like I said, he was with us last night. Tonight he's in the Home Depot Rigid 20. Got some purple numbers showing up there on your picture, but man, good to see you out here again. We got Ben Pelletier here in the 24. All right. Looks like he's running right there with Chevelle Presley. And in the Twisted T, Owen Van Noy. Good to see all you guys out here. We're going to keep bouncing it around, showing love. See Eric Hayden's making his way out into Pedley's Garage, AWR car. If you didn't know, Pedley's Garage is our featured sponsor, I should say. Eric Hayden there with the 18 right behind him. Looks like that's Tommy Nesbitt getting used to these different cars tonight. He'll be running in the Fastenal car. Tommy Nesbitt does not have a team listed. Adrian, he's listed with Midwest Motorsports. All you guys got to do is get us your team and get us your logo, and we will add it to all the different graphics that we have. We'll take a look here. See, we'll pull up Eric Hayden. We know Eric Hayden's a part of AWR, so he doesn't have too many teammates in the race just yet, but he's currently got Kyle Cameron and Jim Sagridu. So, like I said, if you want your team, to be up on the big screen with all your partners, hey man, all you got to do is reach out. We'll get a logo from you. We'll get it added, and then all the drivers, your friends, as they come in, just let them know, and we'll add them. And once they're there, man. We don't have to change it up. It's pretty cool. All right, anybody else taking the track just yet? It looks like nobody else really has at the moment. So we're just gonna keep moving around, taking a look at some of the guys. We got quite a bit of things to show you guys. Of course, tonight we got some fans. We got a new commercial. We're even gonna show you some older fans, along with you know what we do, man. We're going to bounce around throughout the course of the race. We might even show you a few things during caution. We might bring in some guys to talk to them after some stage wins. It just kind of depends on who it is and who's in the Discord. So if you want to be a part of the pre-race show, now's the time. If you want to be a part of the post-race show, and especially if you're one of the winners, a podium finisher, we highly encourage you guys to get into the Highline Racing Network Discord. We can create you your own team channel so you guys can still have, can talk there if you so desire. But more importantly, just being able to come into the Discord after you get a podium finish, and you can go right into the waiting room, and I'll see you there. I'll pull you up, and we'll get an interview, a brief interview with you after the race. And don't be shy. You're on the Highline Racing Network. You're gonna be out there, man. A lot of people are gonna be watching. It looks like we got some of the fans showing up already for Sean Stamper. Good to see you guys again. Always a blessing having you guys in the chat. Also, Brian Hayes, an AWR driver who is actually featured on the latest and greatest commercial. You'll get to see that here shortly, but he's in the chat. Not sure if he's going to make the race tonight. It's okay if he doesn't. Look at that Kyle Cameron back there in the throwback 55. For those of you who don't know, Kyle Cameron is the captain of AWR. Him, along with Zach Cato, created AWR. And Kyle is out here running one of the original paint jobs, if not the original paint job. Very nice. Really nice having Kyle Cameron back. Seeing what Sean Stamper's running tonight. Looks like Sean Stamper is in a 09 with the American flag going down the side. That's a pretty cool graphic. With looks like that car's got some silver with maybe some glitter in it. I like it though. It looks really cool. Not sure what he's got across the back. Looking to see what he's got across the side there. It almost looks like a Team Watson Racing setup sign there on the quarter panel. Not quite sure. Ah, it just says Sean Stamper. Very cool, very cool. All right, we still got plenty of time. We still got about a half hour before race is going to start. So we're going to take a look to see. It doesn't look like we got too many more people in the race just yet. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and we are going to show you guys episode 13 of Nightline Racing Network's latest show. Check it out on YouTube.
Welcome back to the show. Dover was amazing, and Dark Horse did not win this one. I am serious. We had 3 new podium finishers. Hey, Dan, show these race fans what's up.
I gotcha, girl. The Monster Mile was amazing. Sure, we had a big wreck early and lost a few drivers, but then it was a battle all night with some beautiful green flag racing. But not for LSH, as their lone car was disqualified before the race due to a modified rear spoiler. Let's head to Dover and hear from LSH's star driver about this.
Yeah, that was the last straw, man. Dave got the crew to make the change without my knowledge, so I am finished with them, and I'm signing with Average Joe Racing, baby.
Wow, what a change in the series as LSH has disbanded and have left the sport. AJR is getting a star in Alex Lebaugh as he has settled down and is climbing the leaderboards and gaining the respect of the league. We are going to show Stage 1 right after a quick break.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
The points leader, Trevor Haley of DHR, takes Stage 1, and he continues his reign of dominance. Check it out.
As he's on the middle of the backstretch, bringing it around to lap 30.
Yeah, it looks like Ryan.
Trevor Haley. Trevor Haley is captured stage 1 right here in Dover on the Highline Racing Network, courtesy of Tommy Ryan. Wow.
Valentine's Day was a blast. Watching the O'Reilly series with my girl here was cool, but Sunday was what we were waiting for.
That's right, there's nothing that I love more than the Monster Mile. Babe, you knew this.
Well, I guess we should go ahead and take a coffee break. You heard it here. We are proud to support Horsepower Coffee. Stage 2 was no surprise as DHR's Nick Bauman brings home the points. Let's see how it all went down and catch a word with DHR's CEO.
We're at 59. Coming through turn 3. Looks like he's going to easily take stage 2 right here in Dover in the 88.
Spin. Cause.
There it is. Dark Horse Racing picking up yet another stage win for Dark Horse Racing. Congratulations, Nick Bauman.
Look, guys, Trevor still has 2 more races to pick up a win, and I have faith. Y'all need to back off. He is already stressed enough as it is. No more questions.
Timothy Tyler sounded a little concerned even though he said he has faith. But let's get the scoop on the win. It was a newcomer show with Ryan taking the pole in 2nd place, SMT's Wesley taking 3rd, and the man, Connor Popplewell, taking the win.
We're going to come off a 4 right here, and it's going to be Haley with a big jump. Hebert again with not a great start. Both these restarts, Hebert has struggled, and it's Haley with the lead. Popplewell right there behind him, Ryan in 3rd, but he's back about 4 car lengths as Popplewell looks to the outside of Haley, coming off the 2 down the back straightaway. Going to take a look. Oh, Haley into the outside wall, catches the outside wall, goes down and bounces off the bottom, the infield wall, and that is going to let Popplewell to the front. Popplewell and Ryan, 1 and 2, are going to come across for the white flag.
Wow, white flag is out. Wow, so unfortunate for Trevor Haley going into the wall, but now what's going to happen with Connor Popplewell? White flag's out with Tommy Ryan right behind him. Grant Wesley of SMT there in 3rd with Trevor Haley in 4th, still in the fight. But I think he's fallen off the pace, Chris. Brandon Showers there in 6th. As here it is. The race is over with Connor Popplewell taking the checkered flag right here on the Highline Racing Network at Dover. Wow, Connor Popplewell is a new driver.
Connor stepped up big tonight, winning his first race on the big screen. Let's get down to winner's circle.
This is amazing. I never would have thought I could be a part of this. We freaking won.
What a way to start your career on the High Line. Team owners are probably already making offers for the rookie phenom. Now to stats. The standings are taking fold as Haley and Bauman hold the top 2 spots. Wow. But Haley has still yet to get a win.
Eric Hayden is in 3rd, and Jerry Fassett of AWR is now tied with Corey Cook in 4th. Let's see how Richmond affects this.
And well, that's going to wrap up this week's episode of the show. We only have 3 weeks left, so you better get in while you can. Peace out.
All right, we are back. I'm just gonna answer a quick question on the chat real quick and get Easton Collins pulled up for the fan. Looks like Aiden is his spotter tonight, but we're gonna answer Hawks 12RB's question. Why use AI? Just curious. Not sure if you can hear, but It's not like I can go to Talladega every day and get all these people that are stretched all across the United States to show up and race at Talladega. So I can't make it real by using all of us in a real situation. I've got to do it with AI. The cool thing about it is the drivers that you see, for the most part, it's their real self. If they send a lot of these guys, they'll send me a picture, I'll create it. But at the end of the day, if they don't, you know, they can make suggestions of how they want to look, you know, what have you. But nevertheless, if you're a part of the Highline Racing Network show, you're gonna, and you do something cool. If you win, you're gonna be a part of one of the episodes, but not necessarily one of these races. These are our local hosted races. Our league race is where you'll see the show come from, and that's where you just watched episode 13, and that was following the Dover race. And you ask why? You know, like I said, at the end of the day, man, I don't have ESPN in my house. I have to make it all. I have to create it all. Hope that answers your question. Let us know if it answers your question in the chat. Just finishing up here. All right. Well, like I said, Easton Collins is actually teamed up tonight with his spotter, Aiden Oyaleta. Man, I probably said that wrong. I do apologize, but we're going to be bouncing around now, showing everybody what's up. All right. Going to check out Larkin Boyer. Larkin Boyer tonight in the 33. Money Lion car. Good to see you out here. Bouncing it over. Going to check out Nate Conder. Nate Conder there in the 777. Good luck car. Brandon Meir. He's in the house in the 34 representing. Got the trophy on the screen and everything. Good to see you out here, Brandon. Hope to see you running like a true champ. Sean Stamper back in action once again. Running right there behind Corey Cook and Eric Hayden. Kyle Cameron there on the high side, probably getting ready to link up with those guys as they come around. Eric Hayden says, "No, sir, I'm going to pick you up right now." Donald McLaughlin showing up tonight in the 32. Piggly Wiggly car. Josh Sprague giving a shout out in the Discord, in the YouTube chat. Looks like he is probably not on track at the moment. We'll come back to him here shortly. Looking around, here's Adam Rohn. Pretty sure Adam Rohn ran with us recently. If not, I do apologize, but good to see you. We'll jump over and check out Ben Pelletier. Ben Pelletier there in the 24. got to get these guys some team names, get them linked up with some people. Man, Easton Collins, that is a looking paint job, my friend. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. If you need a cool paint job, why don't you link up with GB22 Designs? You know, he does real paint jobs in real life. He also does them on iRacing. He's done cars that are currently being used in NASCAR 25. He's the video game. He's Bobby Dale Earnhardt done cars for him. Quite a few guys got a couple cars on the Xfinity back in the day. Yeah, like I said, man, if you're looking for a cool car, you need to link up with GB22 Designs. And if you're curious, what is GB22 Designs? I mean, at the end of the day, check it out on Facebook. But here's a quick little promo.
Red, white, and blue, stars in their eyes, under the heat of the summer skies. Chrome heart beauty's a dangerous smile, making this whole damn thing worthwhile. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back tire, we own the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, a lesson is learned. Fists might fly when the tension breaks.
All right, there you have it, man. Easton Collins. If you want to get a car that's looking sharp, link up with Joe Wells of GB22 Designs, my man. In the meantime, we're getting closer and closer to race time, so we're going to go ahead and knock out our keys to success and a few other things. So I think we'll go ahead and start with, well, where are we at tonight? We are in Talladega, 2.66 miles from the Tri-Oval. You're going to be traveling at high speeds. You're going to be getting up over 200 miles an hour, especially in these Gen 6 cars. This is pack racing and drafting, man. Stay on. You don't want to be, you don't want to fall too far behind. And this is super speedway racing. Everybody knows they're always going to be famous for the big one. It's always going to be a battle of attrition at some, to an extent. So play it safe. Maybe your best strategy is going to be to hang in the back. Take it easy. Lift a little bit. Let that guy come down and make it versus seeing him turn across your nose. Sometimes a little give and take, man, goes a long way. All right, and our keys to success are brought to you once again by Pedley's Garage, Highline Racing's featured sponsor. And Pedley says your keys to success are draft smarter, not hotter. Manage the pack and master the draft. Choose the right lane and adapt to the top or the bottom groove. Everybody knows that the Talladega in a Gen 6 car, the middle to high lane, whichever car is on the right side as you travel around the track, is going to have the advantage with the side draft. So pay attention to that. Timing is everything. You want to make a move, make your pass in turn one. Sure, that same guy you just passed, he's going to pass you in the Tri-Oval. Be smart, guys. Think about your moves before you make them. At the end of the day, avoid your mayhem and stay in the game. All right. Well, let's see here. Got Jeremiah Hobbs here on the screen battling it out. We're coming up to about 10 minutes before it's race time. Like I said, we wanted to show you guys a few different things before we get back going. We got some fans for you. We're going to show you our fans, our most recent fans and crew chief clips. Once again, who's that guy that was asking? Hawks 12 RB. Hey man, these guys You know, I can't go down to the track and talk to their crew chief. So that's why we use AI. Check it out, man.
My whole family is here to support Brandon Bikey. We all took racing lessons from TWRS and fell in love with the team. Let's freaking go.
Matt Brown gave me VIP tickets today, so I plan on hanging out with those high and mighty types, hoping to get in a fight with a DHR wife or something.
Just as I thought, it's out by over 2 inches. You guys are disqualified. Alex Leiball ruined our race in Daytona, and I can assure you he probably will not be racing tonight, but if he does, we are sending him straight into the wall on lap 1.
If Trevor Haley does not win today, I am gonna shave my freaking head, and I ain't even playing. All those other Cato fans are number 2 to me.
Looking.
I have all his die cast and now this brand new tattoo on my arm. Let's go, Cato!
All right, looks like these guys are forming up out here at the end of pit road. That's indicative of what's referred to as a pit party. These guys are all about to head out on track, get a little practice racing in. Let's see here. See if we can watch it here from the skybox a little bit. Let you guys see a little bit of the action, see how a pit party kicks off as these guys are rolling out on track right now. About 11 or 12 cars. It's a decent sized pit party. But we got another little short fan clip that we'll show you guys here in a little while. Maybe we'll hit that one under caution. In the meantime, we're looking at chat once again. I see Cyber Optic says he's voting for Sebastian. Sebastian, I'm not sure. Do we have a Sebastian in the race tonight? We do. Sebastian Michaels is in the race. There he is on pit road. Good to see Sebastian out here. We did not think we were going to see Sebastian tonight. He told us that he wouldn't be able to, but for whatever reason, he's here. We know how it is, man. He probably called in sick to work so he could come and race on the Highline Racing Network. Hey, nah, I'm just playing. But if he did, that'd be cool. We got Brandon Meyer here once again there in the Loves 34. Keep eyes a little bit on this pit party. We'll talk about our schedule this week on the Highline Racing Network. Sunday, we will be racing in our 14th league race of the season, and of our inaugural season at that. And with that, we will be at Richmond this week, as you can see, February 27th, in the trucks for 100 laps. It'll be put up through hosted sessions, and we will limit the amount of drivers probably to about 45. So if you're interested, take a look here. Lobby opens at 7:30. Race begins at 8:30. And yeah, by all means, show up, man. It's a great time. And do well, and you'll end up on the show. You'll end up on episode 14. All right. Let's see. In practice, so far our lap, should say our fastest 5 best laps so far: Jeremiah Hobbs, Donald McLaughlin, Sean Stamper, Corey Cook, and Adrian Loya. We found out that Sebastian got out of work early to come racing the Highline Racing Network. Outstanding. Outstanding. Another driver we hadn't seen just yet is is Todd Rempfer here in the 29. There he is. Exalta across the hood. Good to see you out here, Todd. We got Aiden Muchow here as well, here in the 12 car. Scott McLean. Scott McLean's in the house as the driver count is climbing. We are now up to 46 drivers. Scott McLean there in the Valvoline car. Daniel Sabala. And I apologize, it's Darnell. My bad, Darnell. Good to see you out here. Got 903 across the car, but he's represented by 45 tonight by iRacing. Tyler Peace. Oh, wreck going around there as we get on 88 just in time to see him going around in the Samuel Adams car. And qualifying is now about to begin. We will catch a little bit of the action, just a little, as we're going to get to the national anthem here shortly. And I'd like to remind each and every one of you guys, we're on a big push. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah, we're on TikTok. Yeah, we're on Facebook, all that other stuff. But YouTube is what really matters to us right now. We're on a big push to reach 1,000. So if you don't mind, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead, do that. Of course, we always love likes and comments on our videos and our live streams. So don't be shy. The more love you show us when you race with us, the more love we're going to be able to show you in return. You know, like at the end of the day, man, you scratch our back, we scratch yours. I'm loving the Samuel Adams cars. We're going to watch 88. We're going to watch the 88 begin his qual out. And then we're going to move on to the national anthem. In fact, we might want to go ahead and move into the national anthem just to be safe. We'll check out all the stats for qualifying here momentarily as we're going to check out the grid. But get to your feet, guys. It's time for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right. National anthem is in the books as we're starting to see these guys' times come through. Currently with Kyle Taffin at 51.39 in the pole position at the moment. William Daniels here tonight. Jason Bright is back. Jason Bright was I'm pretty sure he was our pole winner last night. Ended up racing really well for quite a while. Looked like he might have gotten a tad bit impatient, got caught up in maybe some hard bumps, maybe just some bad bumps, I don't know. But he definitely got caught up in some incidents there at the end. Didn't quite get the finish that he probably could have gotten if he was just a tad bit more patient there, I think, in the middle to the end of the race. But we'll see if how his strategy is tonight and how he addresses it. Watching him, though, kind of curious to see where he's going to end up on the board tonight. He, like I say, he won pole position in Daytona last night. We'll keep an eye on him as we got Trevor Hodges in the house. Trevor Hodges currently in 24th. George Bellini currently holding down a top 10 spot in the 409. Looks like qualifying is now over, so we're going to get ready to start gridding. We'll take a look here. But this isn't what we really want to show you guys. We want to show you the rolling, our scrolling grid, if you will. All right. All right, tonight in row 1, we got Kyle Chafin and Jim Segredo. In row 2, Jeff Hedges and Austin Hall. Our 5 and 6 drivers are Jeremiah Hobbs and Kyle Cameron. Scott McLean and Sean Stamper, row 4. Darnell Sabalo and George Bellini. Row 5, Nate Condor, Brandon Muir. Row 7, Joshua Sprague and Jason Bright. Todd Rempfer and Jason Berg picking up row 18. Chevelle Presley and Derek Jacobs. Check out Chevelle Presley's car, the ex-wife car. Love to see it. Corey Cook in row 10 along with Austin Sale. Michael Amenti and Eric Hayden, row 11. William Daniel and Trevor Hodges, row 12. In row 13, Sebastian Michaels and John Spicek. Adrian Loy on Adam Rome. Easton Collins and Donald McLaughlin picking up row 15. Row 16, Mike Donald and Tyler Peace. Larkin Boyer there in the 33 along with Justin Lee Pearson of AWR representing the iRacers Lounge podcast car tonight. Jason Kinzer and Jerry Bergeron. Jerry Bergeron, a big-time driver in the Highline Racing Network League. Jamie Plorty back with us and Cody Naylor picking up row 19. Robert Lavelle and Aaron Trubig. Aaron Trubig is an SMT driver. Rob Brunke and Aiden Muchow picking up row 21. Tyler Curley and Owen Van Oy picking up row 22. And Keegan Tabor and Ben Pelletier picking up row 23. Anglis Ross and Nathan Hawks there at row 24. And last but not least, Tommy Nesbitt. All right, we are coming out of 3, getting ready to go green with Kyle Chafin and Jim Segredo leading the charge tonight. It is go time right here on the Highline Racing Network in Talladega. We hope you guys are going to enjoy this race. Like I said, man, we do it to it. 20 laps is what we're looking at until stage 1. As we're entering the Pedley start zone right now, Kyle Chafin leading the charge as we are off. The green flag is out. The green flag is out. And Kyle Chafin and Jim Segredo making the move early as Jim's got out front quick. Being pushed right now. Tight on the top. They are definitely tight on the top. Jim Segredo out front. Not exactly sure who's in the Dex car in the 12. We're going to find out. There he is, Austin Hall. Austin Hall is being tracked as 46 tonight. Watching this pack come around as they're blazing through. The fans are screaming for Sean Stamper. We're going to get eyes on Sean. Sean Stamper currently in 10th place. Sean Stamper right there in the middle lane, right behind Kyle Cameron of AWR. I'm really curious to see if Sean does not have any other drivers with him tonight from S&M. Kyle Cameron of AWR's got Jim Segredo, Kyle Cameron, and Eric Hayden. Hobbs now in the lead. Eyes on Jeff Hedges there in the 49 on the bottom. Third car back on the bottom line. Wide, about midway back. We're going to run with the ticker for a while. Oh, we got the 7 car. We got the 23 to 44. A lot of cars are going around. A lot of cars are going around. Remember, like I told you, we are too far into this, though. We're lap 5. Caution is more than likely not coming out until lap 20. At that point in time, all cars that got a lap down as a result of a wreck like this, they'll get their laps back, and they'll be right back into action on the lead lap. So we're going to try to go back and see if we can't get eyes on that wreck. Looks like Sebastian Michaels was involved. All right. Valvoline comes up, taps the 7, which gets into the 39. Looks like that's what's going to kick it off. We're going to bring it back just a little here. See if we can't get a different angle on this one. Looks like we had several wrecks. There. Whoa. The 3 going around comes right back in. Big wreck there. Several wrecks all at once. We'll go over and see Jamie Plorty's crash. Jamie there in the 37 with the 5 car right above him. Not sure what's going to happen here with these guys. Looks like they're coming into the wreck and didn't want to slow down. And as a result, that car is going to need a fast repair. We'll take a look at Sean Stamper, I guess, was also. We'll see him, and then we're going to get back live. So here's Sean, just wrong place, wrong time, nowhere to go. Nowhere to go there. And we're going back live. Jeff Hedges leading the charge right now. Wow, kind of curious how many people are going to be getting damage repaired. I'm going to pull that up. I got the wrench wranglers up right now. It's telling us Darnell Sabalo, he had to get over 2 minutes. Right now he's showing the one guy that did not use a fast repair. We are up to coming to lap 10. We're going to bounce around and get eyes on some of these guys on track. Ho! Kyle Cameron's going around. Several guys going around right there. We're going to go back and take a look at it. Looking for Kyle Cameron. We saw Kyle involved in this. Not taking us to him, though. All right. Right here. Yep. Looks like Jim Segredo. It does look like that might have been Jim Segredo. We're going to take a look at that real fast. See if we can't get eyes on how exactly he turned Kyle Cameron there. All right, there's Kyle Cameron right there in front of the 21 of Jim Segredo. We're going to take it quarter speed. And then we're definitely going back live. Looks like Kyle might have had to check up just a hair. Jim running high right there. Gets onto the quarter panel of his teammate, Kyle Cameron, sending him into the wall as we're going back live. The leader still Jeff Hedges. Current lap leaders right now is Jeff Hedges has now got 2 under his belt. Kyle Cameron with 3. Looks like Corey Cook is trying to overtake Corey Cook of CCH Racing. We got a 5-car battle up front with Corey Cook, Jeff Hedges, Jeremiah Hobbs, Brandon Meir, and Austin Hall. We're going to bounce around track, get eyes on. We're going to start off with Todd Renfrew here. There he is, there in the 29. Austin Sale, there in the 5. Kellogg's car. Mike Donald on the 23. Michael Amenti in the 4. Sebastian Michaels with the fans out there tonight. Jeff Hedges still leading the pack right now as he's still holding down first. Robert Lavelle coming off pit road in the Holly Farm Poultry car. Easton Collins with his spotter in tow. Aiden, keep him clean now. We can already see he's 2 laps back. So he definitely was involved in a wreck. We didn't see him cause anything, that's for sure. But sometimes you got to play it safe, man. You're the spotter, Aiden. You got to let him know when to back out. It might not be worth it every time to push it. We got John Spysyke. Man, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Jason Bright, who ran the Marlboro car last night, is now in the 39. Got Ford Performance right behind Chevelle Presley in the 44. Joshua Sprague. We was talking to Josh in the chat not too long ago. Joshua Sprague currently in 30th, started 13th. Donald McLaughlin, also there in the back, started 30th. I'm kind of sure who our biggest gainers are. Looks like John Spasaki got involved in a wreck. Looking at our biggest movers, Justin Lee Pearson is up 27 spots. We're going to quickly go over and see what happened with John. We're going to take it full speed. Looks like he's by himself here. He may have just went off track. Looks like that is exactly what he did. Went off track, pulled it over, might be having engine issues. Justin Lee Pearson right behind his teammate, Jim Sagridu. Moving back towards the front of the pack, though, we got Austin Hall. Austin Hall currently in second, right behind Jeff Hedges. Jeff Hedges just cruising up front. Him and the 12. Looking at Jeff Hedges has not pitted yet. He is more than likely going to need to pit this lap or next. Not sure he's going to have much more. Austin Hall elects to go with him. Jim Sagredo, Justin Pearson Todd Rempfer also have not pitted. They more than likely are going to need to pit here as well. As we're watching these guys come down pit road right now. Lap 17 going to 18. More than likely, it looks like Brandon Meir is going to end up becoming our leader. We're going to get eyes on Brandon Meir at the moment here. It is indeed showing Brandon Meir as the leader, but he doesn't have much help. Corey Cook is potentially losing the draft on him. They really need Brandon Meir needs to let off the gas a little. He needs to get Corey Cook to link up with him. They can get easily 6-7 miles an hour faster together. Running separate right now is not going to help you at all. Jeff Hedges and those guys, they're going to come out strong and overtake you any moment now. We're going to get eyes on Jeff Hedges. As we're lap 19, Brandon Meir is in the lead still. As he's coming up to turn 3. As we're watching, Brandon Meir is going to take stage 1 right here in Talladega on the Highline Racing Network. Really shocked me. I thought he wasn't going to be able to do it, but he did it.
Is the caution for?
Outstanding. With Corey Cook, Jeff Hedges, and Austin Hall, and Justin Pearson rounding out your top 5 tonight. Get good eyes there on Brandon Meir, as he is stage 1 winner in the 34 Loves car. Outstanding. Great work, Brandon Meir. All right. Well, while we're on a caution, we told you guys earlier that we're going to show you a little bit more about what we do. We're going to show you another fan clip. This one just got 2 fans, I believe, but it's a little older. But I know one of the fans is for Craig Rowe of CSR Broadcasting, who also runs an Highline Racing Network league. Also a good friend of mine and a mentor. I mean, the guy, Craig Rowe, if you don't know him, of CSR Broadcasting, he is probably one of the best broadcasters in the business. But let's go ahead. Let's jump over. Here you go.
Hey guys, Craig's track rival number 72, Evan Perry, is back, and I'm like, whatever. Craig is going to totally lap that trick at least twice, or send his car over the catch fence. I bet. Dark horse for life, bitches.
Let's go, Sean Stamper. I am your biggest fan. You should totally come to the S&M party after the race. We can cut a rug. See you there. Now go win, and remember, you're Sean freaking Stamper.
A little Sean Stamper fan there. That's probably why I threw it in there. Not sure what Scotty and Terry, all them think about the Sean Stamper fan. Let us know in the chat. You like the fan, you hate the fan, you want to fight him, what you got? We want to know. Sounds like Easton Collins may have run out of gas once again. I don't know what to tell you, man. This is a fuel strategy race. You're going to have to start learning when to pit. And one of the key factors there is linking up with 3 or 4 guys, preferably. And pit, do it quickly, do it safely, come out, Make sure you're all tracking the same amount of tires. You know how much fuel you're going to take. That way you can all come out together, stay tight, lock bumper to bumper, and fly around the track, man. Every one of these guys had to pit. You're gonna have to do it, man. Well, we're gonna go ahead and bring the tower back up, especially while we're under caution here. As George Bellini is currently our leader for the race, but he is going to need to pit. This time by, he's probably running out of gas. And I do apologize. He's definitely not running out of gas, but it's not smart for him to stay out right here. Everyone pitted from him all the way back to at least lap 15. So his last pit stop was at lap 16, meaning he's going to end up needing to pit. He's probably going to end up pitting off cycle with everybody else. Probably not the best move, man. Strategy, you got to pay attention to it. Taking a look. Corey Cook's down there in the Team 1 chat. Alex Leeball did not make the race tonight. Not sure if he's watching or not. Highline Racing Network. Scotty Stamper says, Highline Racing Network has the best fans. Heck yeah, we do. We're getting information that apparently the 409 has ran the 63 up the track now twice. Well, I tell you this, Aiden. If the 63, not exactly sure who is the 63 at the moment. Jerry Bassett hopping into the chat. Cheering on AWR. Well, it looks like we are going to go back green with George Bellini and Brandon Meir leading the way. Jim Segredo, Jim Collins, and Austin Hall rounding out the top 5. As we are on the move to Stage 2. Stage 2 will be at lap 40. And these guys are really battling up front. Oh, we got them going around. We got a wreck. Looks like Donald McLaughlin might be in it. Chevelle Presley is definitely in it. Eric Hayden. We're going to go back real quick and get eyes on Chevelle Presley. We're definitely going to have to bring that back some. Definitely looks like the 3 and the 33 probably kicked it all off. Not exactly sure whose that is in the 3 car. But we had a lot of guys involved in that. A lot of guys. We're going to go ahead and switch it over here and watch it from this perspective first. We'll go full speed. There's the 3 and the 33 getting into it up there. Several other guys involved. Oh, the 903 just gets loose, being down on the apron, taps Chevelle Presley, sending him into the wall. See if we can't get eyes. We know Eric Hayden crashed. We'll get eyes on Eric, and then we're going to go back live. There's Eric. Eric wrong place again. Unfortunate. We're going to take this one quarter speed here. All right, we're looking at the 33. It looks like 33 is going to put it, try to go into the hole there. He goes right in, tapping the 3 right on the inside quarter panel, turning him around, causing that wreck. That is a senseless move there by the 33. All it did was wreck yourself, man, along with several other guys. That is actually Larkin Boyer with the mistake, as we're going back live. All right, all in the lead. Austin Hall, Bill Philippe, Jerry Bergeron, Jim Segrito, and Jeff Hedges rounding out the top 5. Getting eyes on Aiden Loya now. Back there in the Valvoline, currently in 19. Sean Stamper started in 8th. He's dropped back to 17, and he looks like he's definitely off pace. He doesn't have anybody with him. He's going to have to try to get linked up with them cars in front, but somebody, there's 3 of them. There's no way they're going to wait on him as they're pushing. Corey Cook, CCH, now holding down 9th place. They're on the bottom line for CCH Racing. Kyle Cameron of AWR. They're on the bottom line, currently in 8th place, right behind the 39 of Jason Bright. Easton Collins is back. He's down 3 laps right now. Not sure how many more fast repairs he has. We got some people in the chat says they're rooting for Aaron Trubig. Justin Pearson is trying to push Easton Collins right now. Easton, man, you got to try to keep it down on the yellow. Trevor Hodges now taking a look at him. there in the 3 car, being tracked as 47. We were looking for you earlier. Our pole setter, Kyle Chafin, has dropped back significantly to 19th. Looks like he's running in the pack, just trying to hang in. As Jerry Bergeron now leading the race. Jerry Bergeron being pushed by Austin Hall. Austin Hall there in the 12, being tracked at 46. Jim Segrito with the Toronto across the hood. 49 Red Bull leading the way on the top side. Taking a look at Joshua Sprague once again in 13th, right behind Justin Lee Pearson, as Justin Lee Pearson is trying to push Larkin Boyer now. Rob Brunke there in the 69. I do believe this is the first time we've had him on the big screen tonight. Good to see you out here, Rob. Rob, a B-class driver, but our reports say he's a much stronger driver than your typical B-class. Liquid Death Car. And we got the fans shouting out Aaron Trubig. Aaron Trubig of SMT right behind Eric Hayes. A lot of guys showing up as free agents tonight. All right, taking a look. Aaron Trubig should be with SMT Racing, as Corey Cook is obviously with CCH Racing. Aaron Trubig, we know he's an SMT driver, but he's out here alone. No Matthew Brown, no Grant Wesley, no Evan Perry. Not sure where all these guys are. We talked about Corey Cook as well. Corey Cook's a lone driver on a regular basis, but he represents CCH Racing, or I should say CCH Motorsports. Kyle Cameron and Jim Segrito are now in the lead. Tight battle as we're up to lap 35. 5 laps to go until we get to the stage. All right. We're going to go ahead and send it over into the crank it up cam. Let you guys watch that for a moment. We're going to take care of a few things on the back end real quick. Oh, we got some guys going in the grass trying to pit. As we're looking at Corey Cook right now. Now we've got the team graphics set up correctly for AWRs. We got Kyle Cameron there, Jim Segrito, Justin Lee Pearson, and Eric Hayden. We got indications of a Hobbs crash. We're not going to be going to see that just yet, as we have got to stay with Corey Cook. As he's coming to. 1 to go. White flag to stage 2. As we're watching Corey Cook right now. Corey Cook on the backstretch. Brendan Meir, closest one to him. Wow, Corey Cook is doing some serious fuel saving. I'm not sure if he's going to make it. It looks like Corey Cook may have just ran out of gas. As Brendan Meir is now the leader. No, it looks like Corey Cook is going to make it. As Corey Cook is going to take the stage win right here in Talladega. But does he have enough fuel to make it around? I'm not sure. We're going to see if we can get Corey Cook. It looks like Corey last pitted on lap 20. Wow, we're going to see if we can't get Corey into the booth to talk to him. Corey Cook, you're in the booth. You got comms?
I sure do.
Man, we're looking at it. It says you last pitted on lap 20. And so I'm assuming you... Well, first of all, is that correct?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, so you were able to save enough fuel all the way to the final stage here.
Yes, sir. That's why I stayed in the pack. Been riding around about 60% throttle.
I had a feeling, because you guys probably went back green at 23, so that probably puts you right there in the window. How much fuel you showing left right now?
As of right now, 0.4 gallons or 0.7 laps.
Well, at the end of the day, you're coming up to turn 4, man, so you've got it, no problem. You're going to be able to make it into your pit box for sure. And
yes, sir.
But hey, man, good stuff. Really, really, really good to see you out here racing, man. And we're going to be cheering for you. And hopefully we get to see you at the end of the race in a top 3 position.
Looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. We'll talk to you. All right. That was Corey Cook, our Stage 2 winner right here in Talladega. And while we're under caution, we're going to have to go to a commercial break.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, we are back live. I'm gonna take a look and see what we're looking like. Looks like Sebastian Michaels, Joshua Sprague, Jason Bright, Justin Lee Pearson, and Brandon Muir are going to round out our top 5 and take us back green here shortly. As just to remind everybody, we are, now that we have surpassed stage 2, we do not have a stage 3. So from here, what we're going to do is 10 laps of green flag racing. What does that mean? Well, that means if there's a wreck within 10 laps, the caution is going to come out 10 laps from when we go green. In this case, it should be 43. So at 43, they'll go back green, and then from there, the caution window will open at lap 53. So, same rules apply. If you're a lap down at that point, you'll be afforded the opportunity to go around, get as many of those laps back as you can, just as we saw Larkin Boyer doing just now, and we'll keep doing that. Those 10 lap increments all the way up until we get to closer to the end of the race, and then it'll be cautions as the wrecks occur. We're going to try to get caught up. We see Aiden in the chat. He's saying, could you give Easton optimism? Sorry, he's upset right now. Then we got Rowdy Fans. Easton's my favorite driver too. Hey man, we're going to have to get Easton on here then. You got all these fans, Easton. You're going to have to link up with GB22 Designs and get you a cool car. There he is. It looks like he's going around trying to get his laps back. A lot of guys blocking the high line for some odd reason. They're going to end up in a big wreck. Remember, you'd never block the high line in a race like this. Easton Collins with the blue on the back with a green car. Looked like he might have touched the wall running by himself there. Not sure if you're on a controller or not. You gotta hold it steady, man. But at the end of the day, Easton, man, if you drive clean, you just hold your position as much as you can. Link up with some of the good drivers, and you'll start inching your way back into the top 10, man. You got to stay optimistic. At the end of the day, there's 2 races anytime you're in a super speedway race. It's the race that you see on the track, and then the race of attrition. You got to stay clean. If you can make it to the end, you're probably going to be doing pretty good. The lights are out, though. Once again, Sebastian Michaels, Joshua Sprague, Justin Lee Pearson, Jason Bright, and Jeff Hedges rounding out the top 5 as the pace cart is in. And Sebastian Michaels is going to be entering the Pedley start zone right now. And Joshua Sprague going to try to stay with him as the green flag is out and Sebastian Michaels is on the move. Like Easton Collins did get caught up with the pack. He's really going to have to get right behind somebody. It does indeed look like he is losing the draft. Don't go high here. You need to stay down low. You need to catch the draft. You need to speed up the car in front of you by staying directly behind him. If you're going to be drifting up high, you're not going to gain any speed. You need to stay directly in line with him so you can follow. And that's called draft. Oh, we got a wreck up here. Looks like they all are going to recover. Once again, though, looking at Easton Collins, he's down on the bottom. The car in front of him was not. You got to get behind him. That's why you're losing ground. See if we can't send a message. All right, we're linking back up with Jason Bright up in the front with Kyle Cameron right behind him. Looks like Jason Bright went high there. As Jason Bright, not sure why he elected to do that. Kyle Cameron now linked up with two teammates in Jim Segredo and Justin Lee Pearson on the bottom line. We're going to take a look at our biggest gainers here in just a moment. Biggest gainers so far tonight, Justin Lee Pearson with 31 spots. Larkin Boyer, 29. Robert Lavelle, Gary Bergeron, and Aaron Trebig, all over 20. That is something else. As far as lap leaders go, Jeff Hedges has got the nod there with 8. Kyle Cameron not far behind with Corey Cook at both at 6. Looking at all three of those AWR cars right there running together. The captain up front with the voice of Highline, the Jet and the 21, Jim Segredo, along with Justin Lee Pearson right behind them there in the iRacers Lounge podcast car. Getting word that Aiden is telling Easton Collins what to do. I understand you were telling him, but man, he's got to do that consistently. Every time he moves out of line like that, he's causing himself to lose a mile per hour here or there, and next thing you know, he's drops out of contention due to losing the draft. You gotta stay in the draft in pack racing. Watching Justin Lee Pearson as he's battling right here on the inside line. We are back with you. As Justin Lee Pearson makes it out of the pits first, with Jim Segredo and Kyle Cameron there behind. Well, we're at lap 55, so we're going to have 20 laps to go until this race is finished. And I'll remind you, we do have 3 green, white checkers. Oh, Easton Collins spotter, Aiden's telling us that they had the perfect pit. Well, let's look at our pit stop stats here. See what these guys did. Looking at Justin Lee Pearson, fuel only. Jim Segredo, fuel only. Kyle Cameron, fuel only. Jason Bright manages to make it out in front of the pack there by taking 2 tires. Looking at who took 4. Joshua Sprague, Jerry Bergeron, Easton Collins took 4 tires. Man, you probably don't need to be taking 4 tires here in Talladega pretty much ever. You definitely get away with no tires most of the time, and then 2 tires at a time. 4 tires all at once, probably not the best idea unless you're getting a lap back, you're in the back of the pack, something along them lines. Looking at repairs, though, Tyler Peace, Easton Collins has had to get a lot of damage fixed tonight. Adam Rohn, Darnell Sabalo, quite a few guys. The lap leaders, Kyle Cameron edging out Jeff Hedges right now with 9. Biggest gainers, we know Justin Lee Pearson's going to be there at 33. But we're getting ready to go back green as the pace car is in with Justin Lee Pearson, Jim Segredo, Jason Bright, Kyle Cameron, and Jeff Hedges rounding out the top 5 as Justin is entering the Pedley start zone as we speak to take us back green for lap 57. And we are off. Justin Lee Pearson is more than likely drifting up to the top side to link up with Jim Segredo, his teammate, along with Kyle Cameron. 3 AWR drivers in a row up front. We're getting word from Alex Leeball. Says he's out on a date. Man, Alex, if you're out on a date right now, what are you doing on the Discord chats? But good to see he's out on a date. Still watching. These guys are not really getting challenged all that much. Does look like perhaps Jason Bright might try to make a move, but Joshua Sprague, really the only guy that's trying to put up a fight now, as he's leading them back to the fight with Jerry Bergeron and Larkin Boyer. They're way too high. They're gonna have to enter into the turn with a significant side draft. They're in a Gen 6. They can slow the front pack down, no problem at all. They can dominate this whole race, but as you can see there's a gap between Jerry Bergeron and Joshua Sprague. That's not going to do it. And Joshua Sprague is running way too high, especially in the turns as they're trying to, if he's going to get the side draft going, he's going to have to come down more. He's a half a car too high. We're going to go into the cockpit. We're in the cockpit now with Aaron Trebig. Aaron currently back in 13th. We're going to see a couple of different camera angles from the inside with a couple of different drivers. We're going to go up here with Larkin Boyer. Larkin Boyer running P7. Oh, don't get on the inside there, Larkin. You're going to cause a wreck. Larkin Boyer's really pushing it now as he bumps Joshua Sprague, moves him out of his way. That's not the way you're going to make friends on the track tonight, Larkin. It's going to be tough for you going forward, especially with Joshua. He's probably not going to be willing to help you now. Justin Lee Pearson still leading it now with Jim Segredo and Kyle Cameron. All three of AWR as the 49 of Jim Hedges. He's trying to take him on the inside. He's looking for help. He says that's not going to work. Nobody's going to work with me. I'm back to the top. Looking like Easton's in the fight. Easton Collins currently in 9th place, right on the bottom. You got to stay close, Easton, and you need to start bumping. If you don't bump that guy in front of you, you're not going to do yourself any good. And you're going to have to time it right because your car will get hot. You're going to have to drift high, drift low, and get air. You might want to communicate too at times with the 23 right behind you. Trying to get eyes on Mike Donald in the Budweiser car. Oh, Eric Hayden getting loose. Looks like he's getting it back on track, though. Looks like Jim Segredo and the leaders are going around. Wow, we're going to have to go back and see that. A lot of guys, a lot of the lead pack guys are involved. We're going back to see it right now. All right, we're going to pause that. And we're going to get linked up with Kyle Cameron.
Caution. Maybe some fuel whenever you can there, but doing a really good.
All right, we're going to take it quarter speed first. All right, so we know Kyle Cameron, third car in the 59 on the bottom, right behind teammates Jim Segredo and Justin Lee Pearson. As it looks like Justin Pearson gets turned once again by Jim, as it looks like Jim went high trying to get air, and it looks like possibly, I'm not sure, but possibly Kyle Cameron may have tapped him, but we're going to see. We're going to try to see it one more time. We'll see it from one more view. See if we can't link up with Jim Sagredo here. It's not always Jim Sagredo's in the 21. All right, here we go. We're going to take it quarter speed right here and see if we can't tell if Kyle Cameron bumps him. I didn't see it there. We're going to go back just a little bit more. All right, here it is. Jim's going to start to drift high. Here's where he starts to drift high. It does not look like he gets a bump, but he does not judge his position behind his teammate appropriately there, it looks like, and they get into it. We're back live. Hey, that kind of stuff happens in a race, even with teammates. You know, there's no telling. You know, he might have just been overly hot there. He may not have been able to slow back as much as he wanted to out of fear of Kyle, you know, being right behind him as tight as they were in the draft. And at the end of the day, that kind of stuff is going to happen. But now we're looking at Michael Amenti up front, as Michael is our leader with Joshua Sprague. Aaron Trebig in third, Jeff Hedges, along with Jason Bright actually in fourth. Oh yeah, Easton Collins really made a big save there. He came back on track, slightly doored a car, but nothing big. That's the kind of stuff when you have a spotter, that spotter, if they get into chopper view and then zoom it out just a little bit more, man, it really helps to be able to help spot for a guy. And of course, always make sure you're watching the live timing while you're spotting. We had Justin Lee Pearson in the PGR 500. He was spotting for Jim Sagredo, and he was about a half a lap behind and didn't realize it as he was giving spotter instructions in Jim Sagredo as he's running in the biggest PGR race, the biggest money race in iRacing history. As we are now up to lap 65 of 75. We do have our standard 3 green-white checkers. Pace car's lights are still on, so we're going to be going back around at least one more time. Looking at the leaderboard, it looks like most everybody pitted at lap 64. But we shall see how this is going to pan out. Corey Cook back into action as he's now worked his way back up into 10th place. But Kyle Cameron involved in that wreck. He's deep in the back. Larkin Boyer as well, also involved there. Eric Hayden there on the high side. Sebastian Michaels there on the bottom. Looks like the lights are out on the pace car, so we're going to be going back green. Justin Lee Pearson falling back to 17th from the lead position. Our pole setter, Kyle Chafin, he's getting back in the mix as he's now back up to 5th place. Easton Collins there with some very, very strong drivers. He's got He's got Eric Caden. He's got Kyle Cameron and Justin Lee Pearson along with Larkin Boyer. People got to remember Larkin Boyer. He ran with, I do believe it's a junior esports motor team. So he's got a lot of big-time drivers there. He's got to be willing to make what's referred to as money moves. It's time to get to the wall, link up, and hold it tight. As pace car is in, we are going back green. As Michael Amente and Joshua Sprague are going to be taking us back green.
Ready, green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. We got 9 laps to go. Taking a look at Joshua Sprague. They're on the high side. We spoke of him earlier when he got pushed out by Larkin Boyer. As now the 34 of Brandon Meir, he's wanting to make money moves, and he wants to make money moves now. As Corey Cook, he's going to take the bait. He wants to get involved. He's up top. Looks like Jerry Bergeron right behind Corey. Needs to get tighter. And Jerry Bergeron bails on the cushion. Doesn't want to be next to the wall. As we got one going below the paint. Gets into it, comes back on track and turns, causing a big wreck. We're going to go back and see it. We definitely know that one of the cars went off track, and everybody knows you don't come back on track when you go off, especially as far as he did. We're going to go into a chase mode here and see if we can't see. Quarter speed here as we're on Robert Lavelle. We know Robert Lavelle got caught up in this. I do believe it was the 39 that goes off track after the 28 of Aaron Trebig clips the 4. I think he thinks there's going to be a wreck there. It turns out there was no wreck. And then he just beelines it right back, thinking he can come right back to where he was at. But you've just lost your spot at this point. At that point, the 39, you've got to just go to the back of the pack. You can't just come back on track and wreck the field like that. You took out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers. If Jerry Fassett is not in chat, but if he is, he should be letting them know that the 39 car, I do believe that was Jason Bright, is now showing in lead. He should be getting an EOL heading to the back for causing that wreck. If you're listening, Jerry, let the guys know. As we're back green. Jason Bright, the guy that caused the wreck. Five laps to go. Caution should be coming out here soon. Ho, the 4 cars going around. Looked like he might have got tangled up with either Joshua Sprague or Easton Collins. We're going to go back and see it. There's the 4 car. The 5 gets loose off track. Didn't see that. Slows them all down. Nobody's fault there. At least not, it's definitely not Joshua Sprague's fault for sure. As the caution is now out. And we shall see. We're going to go back live. Not sure. Our leader, though, caused that big wreck. He should be getting an EOL being sent to the back. We all make mistakes. We certainly do. We certainly do. That would be one of the ones that Jason Bright will probably remember. Thinking he's going to play it safe, goes down way below the yellow. Turns out no wreck. Decides he's going to try to come right back where he was at. Unfortunately, there's still cars where you were that were pushing. So they're gaining more speed as you're losing speed. So your spot is gone. At that point, there's no point in trying to come back onto the track. At that point, try to maintain as much speed as you can and get in on the back. All right. As of now, it looks like race control is not giving Jason Bright the EOL. So if this stays as it is, Jason Bright, Jeff Hedges, Justin Lee Pearson, Austin Hall, and Easton Collins are going to round out our top 5. Easton Collins doing what we said, playing it safe. Got linked up, gotta stay right on, guys. You gotta play it smart. And now you gotta remember, the bottom line, Easton, is not the safest place to be. The safest place to be, well, I shouldn't say it's not the safest. It probably is the safest. But if you're going to try to make moves and you're going to gain position, you're going to need to you're going to need to go to the outside. You're going to need to side draft. And when I say side draft, that doesn't mean just get up there in the other lane. No, you need to get your tires down on that white line, if not even closer to the car, and hold the line and side draft them. You can hold them. You can pull them back like they got a parachute, especially if you're doing it right. We're getting word that we might have an audio issue. We're going to go and see. All right, we are back. We just had to go talk to race control, as it does look like race control is taking action. Apparently, he's saying that it was net code, but we all verified, we all watched it. He went 3 to 4 cars below the yellow, trying to probably be proactive and avoid what he thought was going to be a wreck. I too thought there was going to be a wreck, but it turns out there wasn't. And at that point, you thought you might have been making the right move, but it turned out it was the wrong move. And at that point, man, you can't come back up into the pack the way you did. Yeah, you had a spot open, but like I said, you were 3 to 4 cars below the yellow at that point. By the time you made it all the way back, you were no longer clear, which is why you turned your nose right across that car. And you pretty much can count on, if you're in pack racing and you go off track like that, you're heading to the back. Otherwise, you're causing a wreck just like you did. We got some people cheering on Minty. Minty suffered immensely tonight as opposed to some people's wrecks. But we get eyes on Michael there. Looks like we're getting ready to go back green. As Jeff Hedges, Justin Lee Pearson, Kyle Cameron, and Austin Hall, and Easton Collins, who's up 24 spots, is going to be taking us back green. As we're entering the Pedley's Garage start
Green
zone,
flag.
Justin Lee Pearson on the move. Jeff Hedges there on his outside. Kyle Cameron right behind his teammate. Looks like we might have seen somebody go off track back there. We did. Not quite sure who it is just yet. Just one car. Are we going to see a white flag? We possibly are going to see a white flag, as now we see Austin Hall. He's taking over the lead. The high line's building. Kyle Chafin, Larkin Boyer, all those guys battling it up top. It looks like we're going to see a white flag. It looks like we're going to see a white flag as we're coming through the tri-oval now with Jeff Hedges in the lead. Justin Lee Pearson right behind him. The high line is really formed up as the white flag is out. They're 3 wide, 4 rows back. Is Justin Lee Pearson going to make a move? It does look like he's going to make a move as he comes up high. He's got Kyle Cameron right behind him. And Eric Hayden, 3 AWR drivers, holding the middle line. Eric Hayden a little out of control there as they're coming through turn 3, neck and neck, the 58 and the 49. Who can push more? The 58 drifts below the yellow just a little as they're coming through the tri-oval now. Who is it going to be? They're right on each other. I can't tell. Justin Lee Pearson is going around. Jeff Hedges is going to win. Jeff Hedges is going to win. Jeff Hedges has won the race with Kyle Chapin. Easton Collins pulling in a top 3. We're going to have to see it. We definitely have got to see that. We're going to go back and see Justin Lee Pearson. Justin Lee Pearson. For now, we're going to take it back into Easton Collins. Trying to get eyes on this wreck. All right, I think we'll be able to get good eyes on it right here. We're going to take it quarter speed. We see Jeff Hedges there. We see a Minty. As you see, Justin Lee Pearson is side drafting probably a little bit too far down. I need to see what happened with the 4 because it looked like the 4 shot up. Watching the 4, it looks like the 4 might have caught a bump. He's off center there. The 31 takes a little bit of a bump by the 55 right on his nose, which possibly, it's hard to tell if it's the 31, the 55, or the 4 who made contact first, but nevertheless, it causes the 4 to turn right into Justin Pearson, causing this wreck. And then I did want to see Easton Collins real fast too and see how he managed to make it through that. And we're going to take that back full speed as Easton Collins is pulling in a podium position, his first podium in Highline. So we're going to take this full speed, and here we go. Eric Hayden there on his outside. This is where the wrecking clears. Oh! He gets through just in time for the checkered. Outstanding. Well, taking a look. Wow, it looks like a lot of guys have bailed fast. We do not have Easton Collins in the chat, so we will not be able to interview him. What else? Jeff Hedges is also not in. But we're going to go ahead. We'll pull up our podium. So our podiums tonight, there you see it. In first, Jeff Hedges, Kyle Chafin, our pole setter, and Easton Collins rounding out the top 3. And then we'll take a look here at our final stats. We will show our results. Jeff Hedges, our winner with 12 laps led. And Kyle Chafin there picking up second, like we mentioned, along with Easton Collins. Let's see. We had 15 green flag lead changes with 16 different leaders. Our Hard Charger Award goes to Jerry Bergeron. Jerry Bergeron finishing in 9th place, up 28 positions. Our most laps led tonight was by Jason Bright, who unfortunately went down too low, came back up on track. That kind of stuff happens, man. We ain't hating on you. We can tell that you're a top-notch driver. Just had a couple little mistakes. No big deal. We all make them. We learn from them. You know, the biggest thing with us is always owning up to your mistakes, owning up to the mishap, especially if you know for a fact it's your fault. Let's see, though. Our fastest lap of the evening was Tyler Peace at a 47.890. Well, we'll take one more look at the chat. Not seeing anybody in Discord. Oh, but never mind. Easton Collins has made it in, so we're bringing him in. Easton Collins, our podium finisher, coming in 3rd place, man. You got comms, huh? Easton Collins, do you got comms?
Oh, whoops, sorry.
Hey, man, so you battled back. You got involved in some stuff early. We were trying to tell your spotter, Aiden, a few things to, help you out there. And not sure if any of that really helped you or not, but at the end of the day, you link back up, you get all the way back to the front. There's a late wreck right in front of you, and you pull out a podium finish, picking up your first podium in the Highline Racing Network. At the end of the day, though, you're the driver, you're the star tonight. So give us your tale of the tape.
So I guess it was just like I don't know. I guess I've always wanted to get podium for Highline, and I did it tonight. But it was a crazy finish. I didn't think I was gonna do that. I was hoping to get a top 5, top 10. I would be happy with the top 10 too.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it was just crazy.
Hey, and at the end of the day, man, it's Talladega. It's super speedway racing. You know, 9 times out of 10, there's always a decent wreck on the last lap. Luckily for you, it happened right there at the finish line, so you were able to gain at least 2 more spots there. But I was happy for you, man. I was pulling for you.
Thank you.
And definitely, you know, this is a group effort win. You know, you and your spotter battled back through all that adversity, and you know, come in with a podium, man. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And at this point, I'll let you have final word, and you can give a shout out, whatever you want, and we'll get this broadcast wrapped up and ready for tomorrow.
Okay. I want to thank spotter and crew chief Aiden. Thank you. He told me when to pit and when to not. When to get tires and what tires to choose, and just everybody else in the race for having a good race.
Right on, man. Well, y'all heard it from our P3 finisher, Easton Collins, tonight, coming through, battling all the way from the back to the front to pull down a podium finish, and his first one in the Highline Racing Network. Congratulations, Easton. We will talk to you here in the near future.
Okay, thank you.
All right, guys. Well, till the tape is done, the Highline Racing Network race in Talladega on Thursday night was a success. All went well. It was an outstanding race. We look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow night right here on Highline Racing Network. And don't forget, if you want to race in the Highline Racing Network League, you need to join up with us on Sunday. By all means, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and link up with us in Discord, man. We'll get you all situated. I'm Tommy Rogers signing off at the Highline Racing Network. Y'all have a good one.
Please don't leave. See y'all next week.
Yeah, I'm in the veins, feeling like a dark horse. Nothing can contain me. I'm here to win pause. Every race I'm taking, you know what I leave a toes. Counting all the wins, it's me they love the most.
Watch me wiggle, watch me jiggle. I'm the king now. You just a little.